Okay, we're back, and I'm going to scratch this one because I messed it up. We're going to start with our image. This is a beautiful image I got off of Etsy. I like to find images on there instead of using scrapbook paper because I don't really have a whole lot of scrapbook paper. This here, as you can see, it's glue. This is PVA glue. I used to use this for book binding when I was making books. And I don't have any score tape, anything like that, so I use PVA. Just go across the edges like you would with score tape. Get all four sides. Get a good tacky not score tape, but PVA glue dries fairly quickly, and it's really strong hold, so you don't have to worry about anything. The easiest way I found to do this is to take your toilet paper roll and lay it onto the paper, making sure it lines up with the ends, and roll it. Make rolls to one end, and roll it over to the other end. And then you have your toilet paper roll covered. It's that simple. It's a lot easier than trying to match it up. And this way, instead of doing it the other way, you can pick where you want your front to be. I think I want this to be my front. I have a bird here, beautiful butterfly, and some words. So what we're going to do is right here at the bottom, we're going to pinch. We're going to do just like we did the other. Put some hot glue down there. Pinch it back together. If you use high temperature hot glue like I do, it tends to get hot. So be careful not to burn your fingers. And there you go. You have your basic Tussie form. You already have your paper on. It's okay that you can still see the edge right here. We're going to cover that up. So next, the only thing you have left to do is to decorate and embellish it. With this other one, I've used this Chinese braid trim that I got from MB Treasurista. Misty has some really great trims. I would love to use this pale blue Chelsea lace, but I'm out at the moment and waiting for some new ones to come in the mail. So instead, we're going to use this lace that I also got from MB Treasurista. It's a little long for what I need it for, so what we're going to do is we're going to trim this white part off. Make it a little bit shorter. Excuse my scissors, I'm still using old ones. I'm kind of new to all this, so don't really have the money to go out and buy new scissors when my old ones work just fine. Just trim right along the edge. These laces and these trims in Misty's store are really cheap and really beautiful. Don't throw this piece away. We're going to use that later. You can see I have a piece of blue where before I had actually cut both layers off and just left the white, but I think this time we're going to use both of them. You want your seam to be in the back, so we're going to start in the back. Let me put another glue stick in my gun. We're going to run a seam across the bottom. And this is the fun part. I usually burn myself a couple of times. Go ahead and turn it around. Got some strings going. Run another seam. Make sure you press them down to make sure they're going to hold. Lots of strings now. It's okay if they seem like they're not going to match up. You can fix that when you push this piece down. I've gone ahead and cut this to the right size that I needed. You just measure it around the round part of your toilet paper roll before you get started. And we have this beautiful lace down at the bottom now. Next, we're going to want to put our Chelsea Chinese braid trim at the top. It's going to cover up my butterfly a little bit, but that's okay. You still want your trim to be started and end in the back. So I'm going to go around. And I cut this a little short, so what I'm going to do is pull on it as I take it around. And that'll help stretch it just a little bit. This is my first time actually doing a video doing something. Usually I just do videos of pictures of my projects. But hey, you gotta try sometime. So I hope this turns out okay. You guys let me know if there's anything I can change. I'm working with a handheld camera, so I had to prop it up. Hopefully you can see all this. I'm going to trim that little piece off.
What, man? Oh, sorry.
Whoops, I got some glue there. Is there a rag down here?
Oh,
I'm videoing. So now that we've got all of our trim on, and it looks fairly similar, you can see I chose the same side. We're going to add some little flowers and sorts. And let's see what we have here to play with. I have this beautiful flower that I made, but I don't really like the way it looks on there. So I may just go with the same thing I had on the other one. Let me go ahead and trim these off. Like I said, bear with me, I'm fairly new to this. I know I want this heart because they're so beautiful. And what I'm doing is, this was a spray, like a wedding decoration. And I take the pieces that I want to use and leave the ones I don't. It's gotten me quite a ways actually. I'll have to show you some of my other tussies I've made using this. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put down this big flower. It looks a little misshapen. It's okay. It's been in a bag with a bunch of other flowers. I have a couple of smaller flowers. I think I like that one there. And I think I've already glued it in with my other glue, so that's good. And then we're going to run some more glue back here behind. Tuck another flower in. And tuck in this spray, which I think is beautiful. Here's that beautiful part that I took off there as well. And there's a string. And we're gonna go ahead and put some glue down here. And hold that flower down and that heart. And there you go. Now the only thing I haven't put on here is the ribbon. I can't exactly get to my ribbon at the moment because I'm using my box to hold the camera. So as you can see, it didn't take very long. It was really easy. These things are very addicting, so be careful. I started doing a swap on creating the Crafty Life, and I thought I would make one just to practice. So I made this one just as a practice run to see if I would be able to do them. And I got addicted, and I started with this one. And I'll show you some of my others that I've made in time. You can see I use that lace a lot. It's beautiful. Chelsea lace. I have a lot of these flowers that I use a lot too. It's some trim that I got a long time ago. This is one I'm working on for a friend. Really sweet lady. Her name is Bernadette, and she sent me some papers and things. So I thought as a thank you I would make her a Halloween Tussie because she really likes Halloween. So if you're watching, Bernadette, I hope you like it. I'm waiting on some black flowers and some other trim. And then we have a little tag on the back. I've made this little pocket in the back of some of them, and it allows me to put little tags and things down inside there as well. And this one says Best Friends Forever. I thought that was kind of cute. These last two were my submission for the design team call for MB Treasurista and Creating Crafty Life. This one I call my Songbird Tussie because I have this little charm here that says sing and it has a little bird on it. Cute little stick pin. This is my first stick pin I've ever made. They're not hard at all. For this, same principle. I just added some little bling to it, some little pearls. And my butterfly, simple. I'll have to do a video on that. It'll probably take about 5 seconds. This is a 5-petal flower that I've actually just cut one of the petals out of, made a butterfly out of it. It's super simple. This is my favorite one. This is my birds and butterflies. Also have a lot of the pearls on here. Flower I made out of ribbon. There's that trim again. My favorite lace. And here's where I've trimmed the blue and the white off of that lace that we used. Make it a little bit shorter. On the back I have a beautiful glittery butterfly. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There's also a pocket here. I haven't added anything in there yet. So you can see they're really simple. I've only been making them a short time. So I hope you give it a try. And you know, all it takes to make a pocket in the back, take that piece of trim that you've cut off, glue down the sides and the bottom, and you've got a little pocket in the back to put some things in. If there's anything else you'd like to know, just ask. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.